Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I'm Jason, your host, and we are on our way to the doctors. I've got to have a blood test because they're still trying to figure out what caused the pains in my legs and that. We're edging towards it maybe being a low potassium and other things, because one of the medications I take for blood pressure can affect your potassium levels, and low potassium levels can be very, very dangerous. So it's not something they'll leave alone and want things. So I've been taking some potassium tablets last week, and now they need to check the levels of my potassium in there. So what time is it? I've got a bit of time, so I'm going to go for a little wander around the park before we go. So, let's have a little thingy about here. I'm always just checking we're all okay. I had an okay sleep last night, which is unusual. It's almost like I'm surprised. I am surprised. And by an okay sleep, I got I think it was 5 hours sleep. Now that is a really good sleep for me. Of course, it was interrupted twice by waking up, but that is still a good sleep for me. I mean, I can go days without sleep. I can go have a 1 hour sleep or 2 hours sleep a night sometimes. So having 5 hours sleep in total, which is measured by the stuff that I wear, the watch I wear and everything, is actually a good thing. We are just going to wander around here. We have a look at I love this fountain. It's one of my favourite places. So let's have a quick look at the actual thing on the front of it. I remember, 1890 something. So let's just angle up here. So this fountain presented by the Mayor Alderman E.I. Hammersley, 1894. Of course, this was totally destroyed quite a long time ago. It didn't have all this main part and wasn't working. All through the 90s it was broke. But they actually rebuilt it in 2000, I'd like to say 2015, something around like that. And it's now looked after by the local college, because this is part of the agricultural, I believe. The local college took over running this, and therefore they have their students and that as part of their courses for agriculture and all that to look after this place. And I think that's how it works. From what I understand, that was what it was taken on as. And so that is why it's kept so well. Later this week is when the canopy and that will be fitted to the Quingo. I'm still dealing with a lot of paperwork to do with Mum's passing and that. And most of that paperwork, unfortunately, is to do with, what Trevor did when he destroyed all her paperwork. And I've been scrambling to find out what she has and where, and if there's anything I'm missing. Thankfully, he didn't have access to the will. Or anything like that, because I'd have hate to have thought what he did with that if he had access to it. And he didn't have access to the deeds for the property. Yeah, I'm just having a little wander around. The time is 8:22. When it reaches about, give you another 5-10 minutes, I'll start head up towards the. Oh, I know there's a place I want to show you. The acceleration on this mobility scooter is amazing. I'm not going to go across over into there. You're probably wondering why I never take it this way. Well, there's a very good reason. You see, for some reason, the crossing here, even though you can go, you probably can't see, but there's quite a high lip. Unless they've fixed it. If you look here, actually they've fixed it. They've fixed it. You can now cross here without thinking. That's part of what they've done here, which is nice. Because used to be a bloody high thingy here, so I never went this way. I always went down the bottom. So I might start going this way to get onto the thingy. They redid the when they redid the park, they redid all the gates, and all this was damaged, and they redid it and everything. All of this metal work here was redone, and that they renovated it back to the way it used to be, which is nice. So, let's have a little bit of a drag race here. Let's do something a little tiny and naughty. There's no people around. I'm going to take it up to the max. So, let's take this to its max just a little. So, this went up to 9.6 miles an hour in a few seconds. That's the good thing about this. Now, you may think that's dangerous, but no, it's a good thing, because that kind of speed and acceleration on this means that if I'm crossing a road and a car comes around the corner or something like that, I can accelerate across the road. This means that when I'm actually on the road, I can sort of try and get myself more out of the way. This is why a class 2 scooter, one that can only go a maximum of about 4 miles an hour, is not meant to be on the road, because it can't go on the road. It hasn't got the power. 8 miles an hour is a good amount of speed for small roads and that. So we're going to head round here. I keep to the speed limits nearly everywhere I go. The only places I've ever gone really above the speed limit is when I was going to Trentham. I actually, on some of the roadways there, the pathways there, in the industrial areas, nobody walks along them, nobody's anywhere near it. It's like just where the Michelin factory is and that. It's just, there's no one ever there. So at certain point in times, I did take it up to 6 miles an hour on that, but I never do anything on this that will, like when I'm very good at driving it. I'm going to do a video about that when I actually probably will, once I come out of the thingy and go up. I won't do it now because I'm going to have to think, but I'll do an actual, the second one of these will be to do with safety on a mobility scooter, because they do have a bad name, and pedestrians do get hurt. You got to remember, pedestrians have right of way. Cyclists have right of way. I am a third. I come behind all of those. And cars definitely have right of way. So I am like right at the bottom of the list. And I have to be aware of that, not just for safety thing, but the fact that if someone with a wheelchair, with a pram, someone who's actually walking, even if they're walking really slow, they have right of way on the pavement. So I'll talk about all that when I actually go to town, because what I'm doing, I've got to go for a blood test, and then I'll go from there. I'm thinking, so, actually, no, now's a good time to do it, so I'm going to stop this video and start a new one.